Hello friends, welcome to Akulmach and you're watching the live stream. My name is Chandrakant and today we are discussing about a very recent development in the area of science, and that is related to the Airbus loop. It's a new kid on the block. We will actually explain what is this Airbus. It is something to do with space stations. As you know, the space stations are a very important part of our space journey, and Airbus is a new entrant, and this is a topic of discussion today. So since we are live, you can actually send in your comments, your questions, and they will get displayed here, and I can actually address those comments and questions. Space stations, that is the topic of discussion. Space stations have become very, very vital for our space programs, because space stations not only provide a platform for experimentation but also provide a steady platform for further journeys. So you can actually spend some time before heading to moon or before preparing to go to Mars, etc. So space stations are very vital. In future, the space stations are going to become larger. These in-orbit space stations are going to be much bigger, much more capable, not like the ISS that we have today. So therefore, when we talk about space stations, they provide living area. They provide certain area for getting used to this space environment. And today we have different experiments being conducted on the ISS, which is the largest space station at this point in time. However, ISS has a limited time. It has a limited life remaining. Now, participant countries have said that they will support ISS only till 2030. Well, China has promised to basically launch their own space station by 2030, and ISRO, which is Indian Space Organization, has also said that they will be making their own space station in future in the 30s. So somewhere between around 2034 35 there will be a Indian space station also in orbit. And Russians are also preparing to send their own space station. They are actually breaking away from the ISS partnership, and by 2028 they want to establish their own space station. So gradually the crowd of the space station in the lower Earth orbit is going to grow in next 10 to 15 years. Eventually, these space stations will have to either merge or become bigger in order to provide sustainable space programs in future. So considering there are opportunities in this area, because you can actually start building, so these space stations can become like a space factory. They can actually conduct tasks of repairing starships, spaceships, conduct training exercises for astronauts, people who are traveling to moon bases or Mars bases in future. So there is obviously an opportunity in this space. So therefore, there is a new kid on the block, which is the Airbus, which is going to create a gyroscope based space station. When we talk about gyroscope based space station, it actually means that it will simulate the gravity, and when the gravity is simulated, then you will not feel the need to get trained in a zero gravity. I mean, you need to get trained in all kinds of gravity. For example, the gravity on moon is 1/6. So before you land on the moon, you want to basically get used to that low gravity environment. So the space station can actually rotate using a gyroscope and create a simulated gravity, which is going to be on the surface of the moon. So you can actually practice, start living in that gravity, in that environment, even before you actually land on the moon. Similarly, the gravity on Mars is almost 1/3 of the gravity of the Earth. So considering that if your destination is Mars, you can actually spend time in the space station and get used to this gravity. So from gravity 1, which is on Earth, to 1/3 in the space station, and that experience will continue when you land on the surface of Mars. So I think the space station plays a vital role for future exploration, and whichever destination you want to basically go, you can actually fine tune the gravity in such a way that you can get used to the condition, living condition on that planet. So this kind of space station that the Airbus is proposing is they are calling it Loop, and it will be based on a rotatory principle where the space station will be rotating at a prescribed rotation value, and then you can actually create different kind of simulations. And also the space station will have, actually what the Airbus is saying, that space station will have 4 levels, and among these 4 levels you will be able to not only live comfortably in certain gravity artificially created, because obviously this space station is rotating, and based on the number of rotation per minute, you can actually simulate all kinds of all kinds of situations. So if you're preparing for Mars, you will actually rotate the space station for on certain gravity. Now the space station Airbus Loop can also be attached to ISS or any other space station. So they are actually working on a space station which can be retrofitted to any space station and provide a platform for further human missions from the space station and beyond. So I think this is a very good opportunity for private players to get in, and Airbus has already announced, and there are others initiative which are also happening. So friends, in this live stream, I thought I will present to you what is going on with regard to the space station arena. If you have any questions in this area, please feel free to send in your comments, your questions. And as always, thanks for watching, and I will catch you again in the next one. Bye bye for now.